wonder how quickly they can show. Oh, there it is. It's like ghosts.
Chemical process, so that by the time they reached the ground floor, this is what was left. No more waste rock, just the valuable minerals called concentrate. In its prime, the Britannia mine produced more copper than any other mine in the British. Over the years of its operation, the Britannia mine pulled enough ore out of these mountains to produce about 800,000 tons of metal. That's equal to the weight of about 4,000 jumbo jets. In 1974, the last whistle was blown and the Britannia mine was closed.
This is a video that has to do with names. Oh my god, he's wearing a short sleeve. It's a woman.
It's a woman.
I never won a beauty pageant, but at least now I'm a copper queen. Like it's just like a little light.
Yeah, that'd be so weird.
Like that's you going to work.
Yeah, you know, and like you're. Imagine if there's an earthquake or something. It'd be some fun. No cabs.
Oh, it's really pouring up here. But we're going to the train station now to do the mine tour. Woo!
It's called.
The train's coming! The train's coming! Yeah!
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
to do much to support the tunnel. It's very solid. But of course, if you're trying to get through the rock, that makes it really difficult. So they used lots of explosives to break the rock into smaller pieces. And in this mine, they were using dynamite, and they were always very careful with the dynamite. And the miners come to work. Their job is mostly just drilling a whole bunch of holes in the rock, and the holes are for dynamite. They're actually still made today, but they would only use them in a really small operation because modern mines today have way bigger and way faster drills. They had this fancy tool. Something like this anyway. So you'd have a crew, they were called muckers. It was usually a couple of men together, working together. Their job is shoveling rocks over their shoulders into carts all day. What I'll do is I'll turn off the overhead lights so you can see just how dark it really was here. So when the lights go out, the darkest place will be that way. You want to look in that direction. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Lights are going out.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, no. Let's see
So
nothing.
you bring in your portable light, which in 1904
Oh my gosh.
was a candle.
Oh wow.
So you'd have a little candle holder that you can spike in the wall and you put your candle on the wall while you're working. So this thing in my left hand
that's way
is
better.
a carbide lamp.
Oh.
And it works using a chemical reaction between water and calcium carbide.
Oh.
When you mix those two together, it actually forms acetylene gas. Put a little bit of water in the top.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
We'll let them mix together and hopefully it'll work. Just give it a second.
Oh.
Is that any better than a candle?
Way better.
Attached to your hat. I think you'd like to work with a flame attached to your head.
Oh, great.
And it would last. This lasts 3 to 4 hours. So they didn't have very efficient lights. They had to carry a really heavy battery so the light would last all day. Because it's a gravity-fed mill.
Right.
They actually drop the rocks off at the very top of the building. So the rock would arrive at the top of the building, and each level would have different kinds of crushing and grinding machines. And eventually, this is what you get. Some sand.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've just finished the tour of the Mine Museum. It's actually really, really gorgeous. If you're on your way to Whistler and you have a couple of hours to spare, it is quite immersive, especially with the tour. I'd say we at least took an hour and a half to go through everything. Would you say it took 2 hours actually?
Yeah, I'd say an hour and a half.
An hour and a half with the tour. The tour is around 45 minutes, and then just to look at all the exhibits and things like that. It's separated into a couple of different parts though, so if you're coming up and it's raining or it's really cold like today, definitely dress for the weather. Be very careful what shoes you're wearing. There's a lot of great kids areas too that you can pretend to mine, or photo opportunities. You're gonna see that there's like that big truck, or you maybe already saw earlier, the big truck. It's actually a great learning experience. I learned a lot about this mine that I wouldn't have otherwise. The tour, I definitely say go on. Even if you don't really have time to kind of go through the exhibits, definitely do the tour. And it's a great little stop. I've always wanted to do it, and now I got to actually do it, and it's great. And I totally recommend that if you have planning a day trip and you hit up Squamish, that you check it out. So that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, subscribe and join me on my next adventure. See you next video. Bye!